Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kyle Richards rolls her eyes at Mauricio Umansky's PDA, hates that her kids have to see it. It's not every day that you see a longtime Hollywood couple part ways with such measured grace, at least on one side. Since Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky announced their separation in October 2023, after 27 years of marriage, their post-split paths have looked very different. While Kyle has stayed largely focused on her peace and privacy, Mauricio seems to have embraced a more public approach to moving on. His latest PDA-packed sightings with new love interests have become almost routine tabloid fodder, but according to a source who spoke to Life and Style, Kyle Richards isn't losing any sleep over it. Kyle Richards sees Mauricio's flings as a bit of a running joke at this point, the insider shared. She's honestly not even surprised anymore when he's spotted making out with someone new. If anything, she'd be shocked if he wasn't out there with some flavor of the week. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, 56, isn't just unbothered, she's done engaging in the drama altogether. The source added that Kyle thinks it's pathetic and wishes he would grow up. While she can't control her ex's behavior, she is reportedly frustrated that their daughters are exposed to it online. Kyle hates that the girls have to open social media and see their dad acting like he's in his 20s again, the source continued. But she's not going to engage in the drama with him anymore. She's just rolling her eyes and keeping her distance. Though the couple still hasn't filed for divorce, they are living separately, Kyle in their Encino home, Mauricio in West Hollywood, and continue to co-parent their daughters. Kyle, for her part, seems more focused on emotional stability than media headlines. The hills of Beverly may be alive with the sound of luxury cars and gossip, but this week it's the not-so-subtle side-eye of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards that's making headlines. And no, it's not about another table flip or dramatic dinner party meltdown. It's about her soon-to-be ex, Mauricio Umansky, and his very public display of affection with someone not named Kyle. Caught mid-sigh and unmistakably rolling her eyes, Kyle was spotted reacting to paparazzi shots of Mauricio locking lips with a new flame. This time, not just once, but in what seemed like a full-blown romantic photoshoot on the beach. And while Kyle may have mastered the poker face after more than a decade on reality TV, this time her reaction was a bit more relatable. Sources close to Kyle revealed she's less furious and more fed up. It's not even about jealousy, a longtime friend of the Bravo star said. It's about dignity. And their kids. She thinks it's inappropriate for them to keep seeing their dad all over the tabloids acting like a teenage boy on spring break. Family first, always. For Kyle, motherhood has always been at the heart of everything. Whether she's juggling events in a full glam ensemble or cooking dinner in her Hidden Hills mansion, her identity as a mom comes before the diamonds and drama. So it's no surprise that seeing her daughters bombarded by PDA-packed paparazzi photos of their father hasn't sat well with her. She's protective, another insider confirmed. Kyle doesn't want their daughters thinking this kind of behavior is normal or respectful. Indeed, Kyle and Mauricio share 3 daughters, Alexia, Sophia, and Portia. The girls, raised in the glow of fame but taught the value of privacy and class, have mostly stayed above the Bravo fray. Kyle, famously devoted to her family, always worked hard to shield them from the darker sides of fame, which makes the recent headlines feel like a betrayal. She just wishes Mauricio would be more thoughtful, the source said. It's not about who he's dating, it's how he's going about it. A love once labeled unbreakable. Let's not forget, Kyle and Mauricio were once the poster couple for reality TV love. While castmates squabbled and split, Kyle and Mauricio stood tall, smiling, vacationing, raising a family. Fans rooted for them because their love felt real in a world of air kisses and champagne-soaked confrontations. So when cracks began to show last year, many hoped it was just a bump in the road. But as months passed and rumors swirled, it became clear that the golden couple was slipping apart. Despite putting on a united front for their kids and the cameras, the strain was evident. Still, Kyle kept it classy. Even when the whispers turned into headlines and headlines turned into photo spreads, Kyle held her head high. She refrained from throwing shade, refusing to add fuel to the gossip fire. But even the most composed woman has her limits, and it seems Mauricio's PDA marathon and often chaotic world of reality TV royalty, it's no surprise that the lives of Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky come under constant scrutiny. But beneath the glitz, the designer wardrobes, and the endless stream of Instagram snaps, there's a very relatable, very human story playing out. One that involves eye rolls, subtle sighs, and the complicated dynamics of parenting under the spotlight. On a sunny afternoon in Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards found herself standing at the edge of the lush poolside patio of their sprawling mansion, sipping on a glass of iced tea. Mauricio Umansky, her ever-charming husband, was across the lawn, holding hands with her youngest daughter, making no effort to hide the smitten look in his eyes or the affectionate squeeze he gave. As Mauricio leaned in to plant a tender kiss on Kyle's shoulder, she could not suppress the barely concealed eye roll that followed. "Oh, Mauricio," she muttered under her breath, a mix of exasperation and amusement flickering across her face. Kyle has always been a devoted wife and mother, fiercely protective of her family, and deeply conscious of the image they project, especially to her 4 children. But the endless PDA, that's a different story. The PDA dilemma, love or loud. Mauricio's affection is legendary. Whether it's a surprise bouquet of roses, a playful whisper in a crowded room, or an impromptu dance in the kitchen, his ways of expressing love are grand and unapologetic. But Kyle, ever the grounded matriarch, sometimes finds herself wishing he'd dial it down a notch, especially in front of the kids. "My kids see everything," Kyle once confided to a close friend. "They watch how Mauricio looks at me, how he touches me. It's sweet, but sometimes I feel like they're watching a live soap opera." Kyle's concerns aren't about love or romance. Rather, it's about the fine balance between showing affection and maintaining boundaries. The subtle art of parenting while being an inseparable power couple. After all, the kids are at an impressionable age, and Kyle worries that constant displays of PDA might make them uncomfortable or confused about what's appropriate. The kids' perspective. Too much or just enough? Her eldest daughter, Alexia, is a teenager with a sharp eye and an even sharper sense of humor. She's been known to tease her dad for being extra with his displays of love, sometimes mimicking Mauricio's overly dramatic serenades or his exaggerated kisses in front of the family. "Dad is like a rom-com dad," Alexia joked once during a family dinner. "It's cute, but also, can you not?" The younger kids, on the other hand, have a more innocent take. They often giggle and watch their parents' interactions with fascination. For them, Mauricio's affection feels like a warm, constant reminder of how much their parents care for each other. But Kyle still worries, not about the love, that's abundant, but about privacy and respect. She believes that while love is a beautiful thing, it shouldn't feel like a performance, especially not in front of their children. Behind closed doors, Kyle's private eye rolls. When the cameras aren't rolling and the lenses aren't pointed their way, Kyle's eye rolls at Mauricio's PDA are legendary among the family and friends who witness them. These aren't dramatic, scene-stealing gestures but rather subtle, knowing looks that say, "Really, Mauricio?" It's not that she doesn't appreciate his love. She just wishes there was a little more subtlety, a little more space where they could be just a couple, not a public display. Mauricio, ever the charmer, takes the eye rolls in stride. "It's my way of showing you that you're the only one," he once joked during a casual brunch. But even he understands the need for balance. Balancing act. Love, family, and reality TV. The couple's life is far from ordinary. Between filming for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, managing luxury real estate empires, and raising their children, Kyle and Mauricio live life in a fishbowl. Every hug, kiss, and whispered sweet nothing can turn into a headline or viral clip. For Kyle, managing this balance means sometimes putting her foot down on Mauricio's PDA, especially when the kids are around. It's a delicate dance of love and boundaries, one that many parents can relate to, even without the flashing cameras. When PDA meets parenting, the funny side. Despite the occasional eye roll, the PDA often leads to some funny moments at home. The kids have learned to playfully mock Mauricio's grand gestures, and Kyle has developed a quick wit to keep up. One memorable evening, Mauricio surprised Kyle with a romantic candlelit dinner on the backyard patio. Midway through the evening, their youngest daughter popped out of the house, wearing a princess dress and holding a flashlight, demanding, "Can I get some PDA too?"